Friends, how are you? Igor Pechkovskyi is here, Windermere, Bellevue Commons, your trusted real estate advisor on the Eastside, Seattle metro areas. Today, we have a lot catching up to do. We have to figure out where the numbers are. I'm gonna share everything with you in just a bit. I'll tell you a little bit more of how the market is moving and how does it compares to the previous years and months in real estate. So, here we go, no overdue. Igor Pechkovskyi is with you. Let's get it going. Friends, let's start with the East Side. The East Side market is very unique and interesting in its nature. There are multiple reasons for me to say that, but the inventory on the East Side had been low for as far as I remember. The last time we had a balanced market was in 1999, and today we have 1 month of inventory, meaning that if there be no new homes coming on the market, everything would sell in 1 month. 1 month is absolutely seller's market. Is 1 month better than, as you can see, 0.3 of a month in a 21? Of course, but it's very far away from being 3, 4, or 5 months of inventory, as we could see in other states like maybe Texas or Arizona. 1 month means that we're still in a very short supply and probably gonna continue to be so. The reason of me saying that is we still, when it comes to the inventory, we don't build enough of new homes by any metric possible. We're not even close. There is no new land to build, and the biggest thing is that all the sellers that own properties today, they probably refinanced their real estate all the way prior to 2022, and they just simply not gonna be selling it no time soon. So 1 month of inventory is what we get, which pushed the median price back to almost $1.7 million. The biggest peak, the peak of a market that we had back in April of 22, we were at 1.72. Today we are at $1.7 million, 17% year-over-year increase on the East Side as the median, with interest rates being at 7%. Think about that. Let it sink in. So when we talk about affordability, there is no affordability, and I don't think there will be, right? Because if you think about 1.7 million at 7% interest, that average payment is about $11,000 a month on a 30-year fixed conventional loan. Ouch, 11,000. Think about it. If you could buy a year ago, well, the real estate was 17% lower in price. If you could buy, even if you bought at the peak of a market that we had in 2022, well, your payment at the same price would be a 3% interest rate. I can't do that math in my head because I just can't. That would be more affordable. So real estate continues to be more expensive as days go by. So let's look over asking. In May of last month, 58% of homes sold over asking, meaning that's probably as hot of a market as what we could experience with those interest rates. There are multiple offers, you can compete, but the median over asking price is about 8%. So if we're looking at the home, let's say in Bellevue, let's say that's at the bottom of a median at $1.3 million. That one could go probably $130,000 over asking on average. So that's quite a bit. And let's see how it compares year to year over other years. So when it comes to comparing this activity on a year-to-year scale, here's another slide for you. So 2024 is this bright blue line, and we are at 58% in the months of May, and I would believe that we're gonna just simply plateau till the rest of the year, and as we're going into September and October, the line could drop quite a bit, going to 25-30% of offers going over asking. But historically, I mean, in comparison with 2021 and even 2022, that's pretty strong That's pretty strong demand for 7% interest rates. Think about it again. So let's look into Seattle. Let's see how Seattle is doing. So Seattle always been a little bit slightly more balanced market. What I mean by that? I mean 1.5 months of inventory. It's still seller's market, but the reason why Seattle always had a few more homes to sell, because they did an upzone back, I think, 4 years ago, where they allow more real estate, more neighborhoods, more arterial streets to be upzoned and build more townhomes. So Seattle constantly have a new supply of townhomes produced and being absorbed relatively quickly, but that allows for prices to be more controlled, I shall say. Like, they do get appreciation, I'll show it to you in a bit, but that's the biggest difference between Seattle and the Eastside, Bellevue, for example. Bellevue, you might have 10 townhomes a year that are built total ever, right? That inventory just simply does not exist. When we tear down one old house in Bellevue, we build one big house in Bellevue. Couldn't say the word I had in mind. So big house, one small house to one big house. Seattle, it's more tear down one house, build 4 small houses, right? So that's why we had 1.5 months of inventory. That's why it appreciated, still appreciated, with 7% interest rates, 7% year over year. And we are 965, still not as much as at the peak at where we were, as you could see at 1 mil, but we're pretty darn close. So Seattle is doing just fine. And still 44% of homes sold over asking. As I always say to all my buyers, what kind of home are you looking for? The best one. Well, guess what? People are looking for the best homes too, and they sell. If you're a seller, the goal is to make that appearance and presentation to get 44% to be in that top 44 that would get more than one offer. And on average, those offers escalate on 8% average. So that's Seattle. We still have a quick look at Snohomish County, not the town, the county. Let's do it right away. So Snohomish County is no different. 1 month of inventory, all of the same reasons as we just mentioned apply. The market already moved over the last year peak at 815, so we're at 828, still 6% year over year, which is a lot. I know that the east side is insane, it's 17%. It moves the most, it drops the most, but still, the rest, Seattle, 7% year over year. Snohomish County, 6% year over year. 830 with the median, the multiple offers going over 50%. So very hot, busy market. You know, these bidding wars are not that insanely competitive. I mean, it's still competitive, but if you have $800,000 home and the median, over ask is 5%, within $30,000 to $40,000 or $20,000, you can compete and win those homes. But of course, as the market moves, right, like as more homes come on the market, with every single one of those homes, 10,000 there, 20,000 there, you get 6% increase year over year on the median scale. So that's quite a bit. But let's keep working. Let's see what the future brings. Friends, those are the market, those are the numbers, those are the things that are out of your control. What is in your control? We are all waiting for interest rates to drop. Well, if we get 50% of homes are beaten with over asking, multiple offers and probably some over asking percentage, what would those rates do, right? Would they make your monthly payment more affordable? 100% absolutely yes, but they also would move the price of real estate to be more expensive as more people could afford more of real estate to buy, right? So my always idea is, and what I share to everyone, if you're the buyer, Buy whenever you're ready. When you're comfortable to buy, just buy. Owning real estate makes sense 100%, not just from financial standpoint, it's your lifestyle. If you want to buy a home, condo, townhome, whatever the thing is, reach out, will help you buy it whenever you are ready. At the same time, if I be on the market today, for myself, I try to hustle up and try to find the real estate because it's easier to refinance real estate when the rates drop and you already own it than to purchase real estate as more buyers enter the market and beat up the price. So we'll see. When rates drop, that's another question. Probably should record a different video on it. There is a lot of information. Will they drop this year? I'm kind of pessimistic. A lot of economists say that 0.25% drop of federal rate would be later this year, maybe next year. It doesn't really matter, you guys. Whenever they drop, it's out of our control. Just stay ready, keep looking, reach out to us, we'll help you find it. And if you're a seller, that's when you want to capitalize the most. We spend $1 to get $5 back. Call us, we'll tell you how. Thank you. Talk to you soon.